a former Defense Department employee from the Obama administration, now taking heat for saying this earlier this month on MSNBC.
That the Trump folks, if they found out how we knew what we knew about the Trump staff's dealing with Russians, that they would try to compromise those sources and methods, meaning we would no longer have access to that intelligence.
Her name is Evelyn Farkas, and she served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Russia, Ukraine, and Eurasia until 2015. Something else she said now has conservative media blaming her for leaking classified intelligence. Here's what she said about wanting to inform lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
So I became very worried because not enough was coming out into the open, and I knew that there was more. We have very good intelligence on Russia. So then I had talked to some of my former colleagues, and I knew that they were trying to also help get information to the Hill.
Even though she says her comments were based on media reports, those on the right suggest that Farkas basically admitted she was responsible for leaking information that the Obama administration had collected on then-President-elect Donald Trump. Conservative media has run with it, suggesting her comments prove there was surveillance on Trump.
Farkas is referring to surveilled information on the Trump transition team. Listen next as she admits that there was unmasking, in other words, revealing the identities of those Trump team members.
Early this morning, Farkas defended her original remarks.
We were having now a transition of power from the Obama administration to the Trump administration. And if indeed there was an investigation ongoing, if indeed there was information that the Obama administration had about Russian interference and possible American involvement, I wanted to make sure that Congress knew about it. I do not, absolutely do not condone leaking. It's against the law.
White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus reacted on conservative talk radio this morning.
This is an incredible statement, and what it means and what she meant by that, and whether that has anything to do with the issues in regard to surveillance of Trump transition team members is something that we need to figure out.
By mid-afternoon, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer was laying blame.
If you look at the Obama's Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense that is out there, Evelyn Farkas, she made it clear that it was their goal to spread this information around, that they went around and did this, and she said, quote, that's why there's so many leaks. They have admitted on the record that this was their goal.
Randi joins us now. You spoke to Evelyn Farkas tonight. What more did she say?
Anderson, we called her tonight to get reaction to what the White House is now saying about her. And by phone, she told us once again that she had nothing to do with leaking intelligence, that she had no access to this intelligence information anymore because she was out of government. She said that she was just trying to make sure that Congress was being notified correctly if there was indeed any information to know about. She also said whoever started this whole thing took her words out of context. She said it was to make it seem like she was some part of a big conspiracy. She said that the White House is now spreading fake news. That was her words, and picking on her. She called it obnoxious. I also asked her if she thinks that she might be called to testify before the Intelligence Committee. I know you were talking about that with the panel, and she said that she doesn't think that they're going to make her testify because she doesn't know anything, Anderson. Doesn't